Today we are building a monster of a build. This is to celebrate the release of Guild Wars 2 new expansion, End of Dragons. To celebrate, we have partnered up with Guild Wars 2 to give you guys a chance at winning one of 3 game codes. All you have to do is visit the link in the video description and we'll be announcing the winners over on our Discord server, so make sure you join. Apart from that, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment down below, and I hope you enjoy the video. This is the Z690 Aorus Pro gaming motherboard. It has dual channel DDR5 memory. It's got an awesome heatsink design which will look really nice, built-in Wi-Fi, and it's got 4 PCI Gen 4 lanes, which is going to be really nice for this system if the giveaway winner, if this PC is given away, wants to upgrade their storage solution. It's going to look really nice inside the system, and it's got plenty of USB ports. Look at that, and plus a USB Type-C. The Intel Core i7-12700KF has 12 cores, 8 of them being performance cores, 4 of them being efficient cores, and it's got 20 threads. Now, this particular CPU, I would consider kind of mid to high range, and I think it's gonna pair nicely with our Aorus Pro motherboard, which I would consider a mid-range motherboard. While we install this CPU, I'd just love to thank you all for being here and for all of the support lately. We'd love to give our thanks by providing monthly giveaways over at our Discord server, so we'd love to see you there. Ask questions, meet a lot of awesome, genuine people. The link is in the description. This is the Seagate FireCuda 520 NVMe SSD, a 1TB version going inside the system. This has read speeds of 5,000 megabytes per second and write of 4,400. This is currently Seagate's 2nd tier, with the 530 being first, but I thought 2nd tier is gonna go real nice with the 12700K being that sort of mid to high range and the Aorus Pro motherboard being that mid range. I'd love to see your thoughts in the comments below. Are you guys enjoying the talk through style, or would you prefer the time-lapse builds? If one or the other, what could we implement to improve on the content? Feedback is like gold to us, and if you have some spare time, please leave some, because we'd be extremely thankful. This is the Thermaltake Pacific MX2 CPU water block. This is brand new and we haven't used it before, so I really wanted to give it a try inside this system. This has a built-in temperature sensor and an LCD screen where you can upload your JPEGs or GIFs or whatever type of customization that you want on the system to theme it towards your actual build theme. This CPU block comes with its own thermal paste not pre-applied. Make sure to remove the protective film on the back before installation. The block is nickel-plated copper and it features a central inlet design. Because of this design, liquid is able to contact the heat source directly with more efficient flow. However, this does restrict the inlet and outlet to a specific direction. We've finally got in some G.Skill Trident Z5 Rgb Ram. This is their DDR5 variant. This is a 32 gigabyte set running at 5600 megahertz CL40 timings. They also have another pair in silver, so choose your color. Installing the RAM is fairly simple. Simply pull back the locking lever in slots A2 and B2. Line up the notch in the bottom of the RAM stick with the notch that's located in the RAM slot. Push one side down until you hear a click, and then push the other down. This is the Pacific PR22 D5 Plus RGB pump res combo. So as the name states, it has RGB integrated into the top of it, but I decided to go with this particular pump res combo because it really gives that sort of feel and vibe of one of the, I guess you would call it a Jade tank that's in the game. I'll put a bit of a segment of that on screen for you guys right now to see what I'm going for. But essentially, I want to try and customize this D5 pump to actually look like that tank that you see in game. And I think I'm going to be able to do that with this particular reservoir, being 220 millimeters for the reservoir. It's got a D5 pump, so it's going to provide really nice flow throughout the system. All we need is some green liquid. This, my friends, is the XPG Core Reactor 750 watt power supply. Now this is going to be plenty of power for the system, especially seems that we're going with an RTX 3080 and 12700K. 750 watts is going to be enough juice for the system with some headroom in cases like power spikes or, you know, the extra RGB lighting and stuff that you're going to be adding to the system. Not that LEDs really take up much power anyway. Now we are also going to be adding some custom extension cables for the power supply to spruce up the system a bit. This is the Geforce Rtx 3080 Master from Aorus. Now, this particular graphics card has a boost clock of 1845 megahertz. We're actually going to be water blocking this graphics card to go and look real nice in the system and also make sure that it's got maximum cooling potential, especially if this card and PC is going to be given away to a winner. Look at this absolute chonker of a graphics card. This is huge, but it's going to slim right up once we add that water block in. This is the EK Quantum Vector Extreme Water Block, and we kind of were limited to what GPU we could use from Aorus because there's not a lot of GPU water blocks available. Now the Aorus Master and the Aorus Extreme all share the same design PCB. So that means that we were kind of limited to them. We went with the Aorus Master, and here we have the Aorus Vector Extreme water block, and that'll fit our GPU nicely, keep it nice and cool. I've also decided to add in an EK Quantum Vector GPU backplate. Now this is going to add a little bit of passive cooling to the GPU, but the GPU doesn't really have much going on at the back of it anyway, unlike an RTX 3090 when you got all the, you know, RAM and all that stuff at the back. But this is more serving for an aesthetic look. You know, we want the GPU to look nice and premium. So this nice GPU backplate, black in color, should look real nice on the GPU. These are the Thermaltake Ring Trio fans, and we're super excited to be using these in the system today. The fans, they run at 1500 to 500 RPM. They're really silent, and the good thing about these is the fan blades themselves, they're actually kind of like a frosted sort of look, so that picks up the lighting really, really nice. These are actually some of the brightest fans on the market that we know of. In fact, they're so bright that sometimes when we film these, the lighting seems to come out a bit white. However, all we have to do is turn that down and we should be all right. For the radiators, we've gone with the Thermaltake Pacific CL360 radiators. We've got two of those going into the system. Now these are 64 millimeters thickness, I believe they are, instead of your usual 26 or 30 mil thick. So these are pretty much double to triple the normal size you'd get. The good thing about getting double or triple the size is you've effectively increased your surface area without compromising on the size of the radiator. Now you need to keep in mind that you need better static pressure fans, especially if you have a higher FPI or fins per inch. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that build video. I'll leave the links in the video description to all of the specs, and don't forget to enter the giveaway at your chance of winning one of 3 game codes for Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. As always, we appreciate your support. If you'd like to further support the channel, YouTube channel membership links and Patreon links are in the video description. Hopefully you guys can help contribute to that. It'll be greatly appreciated. And also, I'll leave all the specs down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.